You might feel like you lost your chance. Everyone else got the memo, and you didn't. But here's what nobody tells you about going back to school in your 20s, 30s, or even later. Spoiler, it's not too late. We're just getting started. Hey everybody, welcome back to Trey's Anatomy. I'm Trey, former D1 athlete and current nursing student. Today I want to talk to you guys who are thinking, am I too late for this? Am I too old to do this? Or maybe you're just terrified to start because you feel like you're in the wrong place. Let me say this up front. You're not too late. You're exactly where you need to be. And if no one said this to you yet, I'm proud of you for showing up, for putting your life, your career, your time on the line to make it here. Good work. You know, there's this really weird, deeply ingrained myth that if you're not in your late teens or 20s and you're in the education game, you're out of place. Like, once you're past 22, the window shuts, you're out of the game, everything's shut down, you've already lost. That just couldn't be more false. My grandma started college in her 60s. She wanted to go back to school to learn biology. A good amount of my nursing classmates are 30s, 40s, and their 50s, and they're going to be a nurse for the first time. My mom, she joined the Navy at 30 years old, 2 kids, and now she's an 05 officer with multiple advanced degrees. The truth is, life is not a straight line. It's a winding road, a maze. You are never too old to rewrite your story, to follow your passion. In fact, sometimes the later chapters are the best chapters of your life. So if you feel like you're behind, remember, you just might be on time for the you that's ready. Now here's the secret advantage that older students have over younger students: life experience. It really can't be beat. In Malcolm Gladwell's Blink, he talks about how people can think without thinking. He says that our unconscious reactions come out of a locked room and we can't look inside that room. With experience, we become experts at using our behavior, our training, to interpret and decode what lies at snap judgments and first impressions. Basically what that's saying is that somebody with experience can figure out something before anyone else that has general knowledge. It's something that I call the conscious unconscious. So kind of segueing off of that book, when you're younger, you have this uncertainty about you. You're kind of floating. You don't know exactly what you know. You don't know what you don't know. You experiment. You walk around without a map. I remember those days. I studied a bit. I partied a bit. I moved around and I experimented. But now, I walk into class with laser focus. I know exactly why I'm there. I've worked in clinics. I've worked as a PT tech. I've worked as an MA. I've seen real pain, real fear, and I've seen real resilience. I've helped cut sutures out of wounds. I've helped take casts off of people. I've learned how to comfort patients who feel scared, who feel lost. And that's not just experience. That's like a lens that helps me truly see what matters in class and something that brings meaning to every lecture, to every thought that crosses my head. So now when I hear about anatomy or disease processes, it's not just another note that I have to write down. It's a life memory. It's an experience that I can connect the dots to. And that right there, that changes the entire learning experience. It makes it real. It makes it personal. And above all, it makes it urgent. Your brain just isn't going to remember things if it isn't important. And if you can connect it to a life story, it's automatically important. So if you ever doubt yourself and you think that your past is a burden, just know that your past is your power. My mom always said, comparison is a thief of joy, and don't let anybody steal your joy. She couldn't have been more right. We stay scrolling through highlight reels of other people, their perfect grades, their youthful energy, their parties, their effortless success, and it can feel crushing. But here's the truth. Social media, it's just a highlight reel. It's all the glitz and glam. it's not the real story. You don't see the late nights. You don't see the stress. You don't see all the failures behind the scenes. So when you're older, just know that you have something else up your sleeve. Something better than speed. It's your purpose. I study way harder now than I ever did in my 20s. Why? Because I know I have purpose now. I have a reason. I have a why. I know what's on the line. My mom knew it too. If she didn't make it through boot camp, if she didn't rank up, her kids didn't eat. That drives purpose. That kind of pressure, that builds you. And for me, that pressure fuels me. It excites me. I don't study out of fear. I study because I'm fueled. I'm fueled by everything that I've already overcome. So don't let comparison rob you of your joy and even less of your purpose. Here's something that nobody tells you too. You don't have to do this solo. I simply couldn't have made it without my people. When I started all over, my friends, they kept me accountable. They texted me when I wanted to quit. They pushed me to keep going. My family, they reminded me of my worth every single step of the way. You can't do this alone, and you don't have to. There's an old African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And the right people will carry you when you're tired. So my friends kept me accountable. My family, they reminded me of my why. Now my classmates, we don't just share notes. We share life. We have accountability texts. We check in on goals, wins, the ups, the downs, everything in between. Because when the pressure hits, your people, they're what make a difference. Because when the going gets tough, and it will, that community, that can be the difference between you crushing your goals and just quitting. Remember, community makes the comeback possible. If you feel like you're the odd one out in class, I want to stop you right there. You're not. You belong here. You earned this seat, and you probably fought harder than most of us did to get here in the first place. Changing careers, starting over, that takes courage most people never find. I used to walk into class thinking that everyone there was just wondering why I was there, like I was some mistake. But now, I walk in there knowing why I'm supposed to be there. Because I know my why. I've failed. I've stumbled. I've been broken and rebuilt. And all these scars that I wear, they're not shameful. They're evidence of my growth. So don't hide your story. Wear it proudly on your chest like a badge of honor. Because every step that has led you here proves that this is where you belong. When the going gets tough, your motivation will dip. I want you to go back and search down real deep for your why. Why am I here? Why did I decide to come back? Was it to provide a better life for your family? To make sure you had a better future? To finally chase that dream that you put on hold so many years ago? Or was it just to prove to yourself that you can? Whatever that reason is, you hold it tight. Hold it tight, 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 tight to your chest. For me, my why is personal. I've faced rejection letters. I've hit rock bottom. I remember that useless feeling when I couldn't fix my dad's knees. I remember my Nana passing away early in her life due to an illness that could have definitely been prevented. I moved halfway across the country to prove to myself that a better future could be on the other side. You see, I'm not here chasing titles. I'm not here chasing prestige. I'm here for a reason. I'm here with a purpose, and nobody's going to take that away from me. Above all, I'm here to serve, and I'm here to lead. I'm here to help others who feel like they're too far behind to catch up. That why, that's the fuel that'll get you through the hardest days. The days that you know you want to quit. And you knowing your why, it can do the exact same for you. So if you're thinking of going back to school, or you're already back in school, 28, 35, or beyond, know that you belong here. Don't shrink yourself because you're not the youngest in the room. You earned your seat. Now walk in there like it. Changing your whole life That takes guts, and that is something to be very proud of. Let me say this loud and clear for you. You're not too late, too old, and you are not out of place. Your life experience is your superpower. Your story is your strength. And the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the courage to start. And if I can do it, if my mom can do it, if my grandmother could do it, so can you. And I will be here cheering for you every single step of the way. If this video helped you, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, post a comment down below. Let's talk some more real talk about navigating school, navigating life, and navigating growth. If you've been here this long, I want to say thank you. And remember, it's never too late to rewrite your story. Love y'all. Peace.